you know by the title, I am going to read Pokemon Lost Silver. Let's get started. You see, I am a simple college student living alone in an apartment. I was very enthusiastic about the release of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver here in the States. I have purposely locked myself out of all media and internet aside for school purposes. That means no 4chan, no... I don't know what that is. No Bulbapedia, etc. As I was busy with the school year and being poor at the time, I wasn't able to buy Soul Silver on its launch date. After my school year ended, I ordered Soul Silver on Amazon. However, it took a week for it to arrive. I decided that during that time I would replay my Crystal version on my Game Boy Color. However, I realized that long ago my mom threw it away because I told her the save went dead, and I was very upset about it. She also threw away my Silver version, so all I have is my Game Boy Color. As such, I set out to GameStop and bought a used Silver version, as it's the only game left that they have for Game Boy Color. $10, fairly cheap. I went home and started it up for a nostalgia trip. However, that's where things started getting bizarre, and most likely the reason why you read this. Sorry for mumbling out words. It's just that I'm reading this on the CreepyPasta wiki, so it's in dark. I don't want it to put it light, so I had to read it in dark. Sorry about that interruption. Where did I left off? Oh, the Game Freak logo started up as normal, but it just froze there. I thought the cartridge was just errored or something, so I turned it off and on. The same thing happened. I tried pressing A and start over and over, and all the buttons. Eventually the logo vanished and there was black screen for about 5 seconds. Suddenly, rather than going to the usual menu, I was already in the game in a previous save file, which was odd as I expected all of these carts to have been wiped out by the poor battery. Either way, I wasn't complaining, as I would have chosen the continue option to see the previous guy did anyways. First off, I checked his trainer information. His name was just ... He didn't have much originality. I checked his profile and apparently he had 999 colon. I forgot what that symbol was. I think it was colon. 99 hours put into the game. With all 16 badges, 99999.9 Pokédollars and all 251 Pokemon on the Pokédex, seeing as he apparently had Mew and Celebi logged as well. Also, I'm guessing he either used a Game Genie or was really hardcore Pokemon player back then. I checked his Pokemon to see what, there's a cuss word in there, what a awesome team he has. To my surprise, I saw 5 unknowns and a 6th Pokemon named Hurry, which was, what was it? Oh, sorry. I'm thinking that this was just, must be some cruel joke by the person who last played this game, but I decided to check the profiles of those Pokemon anyways. As expected, there were different letters of unknown, all level 5. I was a bit shaky with my unknown alphabet at that time, but I identified the word spelled out to be leave, as the 6th Pokemon turned out to be Cyndaquil. Mind you, this is before there were individual Pokemon icons. The Cyndaquil looked different, but it was level 5 with 1 HP left, with only 2 attacks, Leer and Flash. I don't know why they named him Hurry, but at the time I was just disregarded. I just disregarded it. The most eerie thing was that despite my volume being at max, none of the Pokemon he had said their usual cries, just pure silence. Having enough of the team, I closed it. I was parked at what seems to be a room inside Bellsprout Tower. However, for some reason there were no NPCs around. Even more eerie that the pillars in the middle didn't move at all, as if it's leaning on its side. There were no music at all. There was no exit or ladder, or at least I thought there wasn't. I walked around for a few minutes, but can't seem to find a way out. There was certainly not a room I've seen in the Bellsprout Tower before. I tried checking my items for an escape rope, but the bag was completely empty. There wasn't any wild Pokemon either. Finally, I managed to find a ladder, which turned out to be behind the pillar. The screen turned black and music finally started playing. I had a sudden chill as I recognized that melody I heard to be the theme you hear when you listen to the radio at the Elf Ruins where the Unknown are at. I immediately realized that it wasn't a loading transition, but rather it was a dark room and would need flash. Before I took care of that, I immediately checked my Poke Gear to change the radio to something more pleasant, but it turns out that there was no radio card, or even a phone, nor time cards. There was only a map card, in which Gold, ... from earlier, and I call him Gold from now on, was walking in the midst of black. I recall that Cynical has flash, so I turned off my Poke Gear and made Cynical use flash. I didn't see any message saying hurry has used flash or anything like that. The room just became lit just like that, and I soon regretted it. The room was a chilling blood red with linear gray path heading south. The ladder I used to go up and down was not there at all. I had no choice but to head south. The screen got darker every 20 steps I made, until I finally made it to the end, which appears to be a sign. I read the sign, which said, "Turn back now." Suddenly, I was asked to answer yes and no, or no. But there was no question to ask. I chose yes, as I didn't know what it was asking. The screen went black again, making a dark ladder sound. A ladder climb sound, sorry. The unknown music stopped. In a few seconds was replaced with the not as creepy Pokemon flute radio music. I was in another dark room, but I held my breath and used flash again. Suddenly, it said that Hurry has fainted, which was odd since I recalled that there was no status conditions like poison on him, and clearly wasn't in battle. I checked my Pokemon quickly, and suddenly, he was no longer in my party. In fact, after a bit of investigating, none of my Pokemon were there, but instead all were replaced with level 10 Unknown. I did the same as before, and spelled out the Unknown. My then team of Unknown spelled he died, with no space. Alright guys, I think that's about enough time for this episode. It's already 9 minutes, and I don't want this Pokemon reading to be that long. So maybe I'll do like 3 or 2 parts to this, and this will also be a new playlist for Pokemon reading. Not Pokemon reading, CreepyPasta reading, sorry. I won't be doing that much scary creepypastas because I'm gonna get nightmares if I do that. This video was inspired by my friend Sanjay Warriors. Sorry Sanjay, I keep calling you like that, but I have no other way to say that name in another way. But she did a creepypasta reading on Jane the Killer. She did 2 parts to the story, and I got inspired that. So, this will be a new series. Oh my god, this is already 10 minutes. So this is a new series I'm working on. And I hope you enjoy this new series, actually, because I like reading stories, and maybe I will do a pony creepypasta. Maybe. I'm not gonna do gore creepypastas because my channel was kind of for like 13 to something age. 13 to something age. I just said that. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. Sorry, I can't talk. I'll see you guys on the next part of this episode. And then I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. Oh, I keep forgetting to say this. May the Triforce be with you. Bye bye.